For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 20 of Season 2 here on the Career Mode Road to Glory. Today we will be rounding out the League 1 season. With 6 games to go, we are 16 points clear with 18 points available. As such, the title is guaranteed. Pretty much, I suppose it has been for a few episodes now. So what the plan is, to ensure that we get to see the team lift the trophy, I'm going to simulate MK Dons, Port Vale, Coventry, Bury and Swindon, as we mentioned at the end of yesterday's episode, and then we'll play Barnsley on the final day and see the team lift the trophy to round out the League 1 season. Now, I believe the points tally record for League 1 is 101, scored by Fulham about 18 years ago. So we're currently on 90. The most we could get is 108. But I think the record is 101. I mean, feel free to correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I think the points tally record for League 1 is, or what was the old Division 2, and then before that the old Division 3 prior to 1992, is 101 points. So we'll have to wait and see if we can get 101 points. Do drop the video a like though if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on the upcoming championship season. We'll have a full season roundup tomorrow and discuss what the plans are for season number 3 in the championship. But for now, we're going to concentrate on, theoretically and hopefully putting into practice, getting the League 1 title into the trophy cabinet. Anthony Lozano scores after 35 minutes, which gives us a 1-0 lead, which would be enough already to win us the title. Carruthers equalises, but then Navarrete scores 2 minutes later, so we are back with the title in our hands. Everything but... yeah, we go. 2-1 win. That is the League 1 title assured. Thankfully, at least it should be. I'm pretty sure my maths is correct. Rotherham haven't played yet, but even if they win, they'll be on 77, which means the gap will be 16 points with 15 available. We are League 1 champions, and I can confirm that by going into the... okay. Oh, one thing I want to point out too as well, actually, which I forgot. Will Norris has come back to me and said he's actually having doubts about leaving the club now. Not saying he's going to stay, but he's less adamant about leaving. So he has absolutely no idea what he's doing with his life right now, Will Norris, but... we have a look at the board objectives. I'm pretty sure I've signed a youngster, signed 2 youngsters that have better potential, but we'll have to wait and see if we can call someone else up between now and the end of the season. Brand exposure we've nearly done. Financial we did. Domestic success. We've won the League 1 title now, but it hasn't registered it yet. It will do on the final day of the season. Our manager rating currently is 84, and that is only going to go up, theoretically, between now and the end of the season, once we confirm the League 1 title win and hopefully call up another youngster as well. That'll be almost everything complete. We just need to ensure that we get high attendance records for the remainder of the season in our home games, and the first of which should be this next one coming up against Port Vale. At least I think this one was at home. We've had a press conference and something else addressed to us. Oh, it's Jake Clark-Salter wants to discuss wages. Okay, I'm quite happy to offer him a wage increase, so we will do that now. I actually have a couple of players whose contracts are running out, and well, not running out this season, but running out next season. Like, they have less than a year. Right? Let's find Jake Clark-Salter first. There he is. He's on 3,200. In fact, he was one of the ones I was going to have to offer a new contract for anyway, so I don't mind doing this whatsoever. Important first-team player. And if I sort by contract length, because see, Mason's contract is expiring, so we will offer him a little bit more as well. I want to ensure that these guys stay at the club. Navarrete, obviously we want to keep him at the club. Don't mind giving him a little bit extra money. In 3 years would be great if we can guarantee him for the foreseeable future. Bradley Halliday is also growing extremely well. You can see he's already up to 68 rated, so we want to keep him in the first team squad as well. And Medialito I'm looking to sell, so I won't offer him a contract. I could offer Will Norris another one now that he says he's thinking about staying, and we'll see if he accepts that. But we should have enough in the wage budget to offer all of those guys the extensions and afford the signing on fees that they need. And Rotherham did win their game in hand, but they're 16 points behind with 15 available. We have won the League One Championship. Let's see what we're going to get in this game against, well, 1-0 down after 3 minutes, but Lozano pulls it back. Still going for the golden boot, Anthony Lozano, of course. We'll have a look at the golden boot and all of the stats, etc. in further detail in the season roundup tomorrow. Today is all about winning the title and seeing us lift the trophy at home against Barnsley on the final day. Lozano's picked up 2 and then Greco gets one on the 67th minute. A 3-1 win at present. Our biggest win so far this season, or so far in this save, I think is 4-0 or 5-1. I've got this itching feeling at the back of my mind that we beat Shrewsbury 5-1. You're not happy? All right. And Petrak wants to play more as well. Sorry, lads. I'll throw Uche in then, shall I? I'll throw Uche and Petrak in for this next game. I'll throw Uche in instead of McLaren, and we'll throw Petrak back into the starting lineup ahead of Chavlaran now that he's back from injury. I intended to do that anyway, I just forgotten, but the game has inadvertently reminded me to do so, so thank you very much for that game. We'll have a quick train, and then we'll advance as far as the next game again. I'll probably cut here, to be fair. Mason has accepted the contract, as has Jake Clark-Salter. Navarrete we can't afford the re-sign bonus. I've adjusted the budget and re-offered those contracts, but Will Norris apparently refuses to negotiate, which is fine. We didn't expect him to sign. I just thought perhaps because he'd come back with that extra little bit of player conversation that we might be able to persuade him to stay now that he was like, oh, I don't know whether I'm going to leave or whether I'm going to stay, but clearly he's still not decided. 2 emails there, one of which is a press conference, the other one might be Lena Navarrete accepting his contract, which is great. I had to adjust the budget. His signing on fee was £60,000, which is more than, like, some of the others were like 10k, and his was like 60 for some reason. But he is 77 rated now, so I think that actually makes him the highest rated player at the club. I might be mistaken, and of course we'll have a squad report in tomorrow's episode as a part of the season roundup to have a closer look in detail at everybody's stats. Lozano is banging in the goals again, though. Another one for him here to give us a 1-0 lead at half-time. Got 2 in the previous, of course. They've missed a penalty 5 minutes or 4 minutes into the second half. Past the hour mark, Jamie McLaren has come on for Uche. Not really done much, Uche, for us, or done as much for us this season, unfortunately. Oh, they equalise in the 90th minute, so it's only a point against Coventry, but that moves us on to 97, so we are 4 points away from equalling the record league points tally record. The league point... You know what I mean. My brain can't figure out which way round to phrase that. The record league points tally record. If that makes sense. So, if we can pick up another victory here against Bury... Bradley Halliday's accepted his contract as well. That's good. That's everybody but Will Norris now signed the contract. And Will Norris's contract doesn't run out for another 2 years. So we've not got anything to worry about there. I'm going to slightly alter the starting lineup for this next game. And then we'll simulate the one against Bury. Right, simulating Bury then. 3 points here would come in very handy indeed. With regards pushing that points tally record. Let's see what we can do. 10 minutes in, no goals. Nothing has happened whatsoever in the game. 20 minutes. Never mind. We scored a penalty. Greco pops the penalty into the back of the net after 20 mins. Very quiet first half. In fact, there's only ours and Oxford's the only two goals in the entire league for this particular match day, I presume. No, there are other games being played. Wow, a very quiet weekend for goals, but I'd like it. Oh, we just sneak a second. I thought for a moment they were going to get a last-minute equaliser the same way that the previous team did, but Coventry pipped us to the result, but thankfully Bury didn't. Manager rating is now 87. We have 100 points. We are into triple digits. We need 2 points, so just to remain undefeated in the final 2 games of the season, and we will break the record points tally total for League One. 3 press conferences there that I haven't attended. Now, presumably, because it's jumped up to 87, that means it has... No, it still hasn't registered winning the League One title. That's very strange. Right, I'm going to take Asoro out and put where are you? There you are. Lozano back in, and I think I'm going to start playing Hamilton over Will Norris now because Hamilton is clearly better now. 74 rated. Let's compare them just quickly. Reactions are much better for Hamilton, and then if we do this, better diving. Same kicking, much better same handling, much better kicking. Positioning isn't as good, but his reflexes are better. So his positioning is where he's lacking, Hamilton, but other than that, he's fine. Right, let's advance as far as the next game then, which was, I actually can't remember, Swindon. It's Swindon, and then we'll play Barnsley and see us lift the trophy. Right, simulating Swindon then. As you can see from the league table, they're in the playoffs and need a point, probably, to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. A win would assure it, but they need a point to almost certainly guarantee themselves a position in the playoffs. We are playing away from home, of course, so it is potential, and they're in great form. As you can see, they've beaten Port Vale, MK Dons and Bradford in the last 3 games, but we need just 1 point to equal the record points tally, and 2, as we mentioned, just stay undefeated, and we will get the record all for ourselves. They go 1-0 up, though, after 40 minutes. 2-0 up after 49. Looks like Swindon are going to be guaranteeing themselves that playoff spot in this game. And Emmanuel brings one back. Can we equalise? We can't. 2-1 defeat away from home against Swindon, which means we'll now head into the final game against Barnsley, knowing that only a win will give us the points tally record. We need to make it 31 wins to make it 103 points to hold it outright. Otherwise, we will equal Fulham's 101 point record. Well, let's go and do exactly that, shall we? Let's go and get that win. Nice tackle by Metz. Hurahan. Or Hurahan. I never know whether it's Hurahan or Hurahan. I think it's Hurahan, actually, even though there's the E on the end. I think it is pronounced Hurahan. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will do. Lozano will look for McLaren. It will find him. Play that there to Greco. Oh, finish. Very nice finish. Squeezing it home. 9 minutes in, we have the lead that we need to get 103 points and break Fulham's record. I thought about turning and shooting with McLaren there, but actually played it one more. And Greco, has the keeper dived the wrong way there? It seems like it's gone high and he's dived low, yeah. Strange goalkeeping. Not going to complain. 1-0 Cambridge. Lozano into McLaren. Petrak's made the run forward and we'll put it back for Jamie McLaren. Alright, explain that first touch to me. Metz with an easy header. Lozano helps that on the way. McLaren here to Petrak. I'm going to get it back there to Folman. That's not Folman, that's Greco. Greco will look to go around the outside. He's done brilliantly here. He's not got much strength, so we'll pull it back. Folman does like the odd long shot, but he's got man on his shoulder. So we'll put it back here to John Mason, who actually strikes a decent long shot himself. But McLaren's in the box, he's tackled. Lozano decided not to take a touch there for some reason, and they'll clear it. Sam Whittle on the breakaway down the left. Karol Metz is busting a gut to get there, but he just isn't fast enough, and that's an extremely good counter-attacking goal from Barnsley. They're back on level terms at 1-1. It's Tom Bradshaw that gets on the end of the cross. Perfect weighted ball from Sam Whittle, and that's odd. Why has it done that? And then, there you go, there's the header. Great finish. Shame that Jake Clark-Salter couldn't keep up with him, but Karol Metz, who probably would have been in position to mark him, was out of position trying to close down Sam Whittle down the edge of the box, and I couldn't get near him because my centre-backs aren't the fastest. They're fast enough for normal situations, but in scenarios like that, they're not quite fast enough to deal with the pace of the forwards, and that proves exactly why. Well, back on level terms at 1-1. Now we're only equaling the points record tally. Bradshaw looking for Dalmeida maybe. He's going to go solo. I'm just trying to block off some of the passing avenues to start off with, and then we've gotten the ball off him. Folman forward to McLaren. Inside there to Petrak, who's not the fastest, so I'm going to have to pass it off. That was meant for Navarrete, but it's gone to Mason. Navarrete will find the ball at his feet, though. That's a lovely turn inside. Look for McLaren here, who can look for the run of Petrak. Oh, it didn't quite work as planned. Struggling to find a way through this Barnsley backline for a second time, I have to be honest. I might need to call on some reinforcements from the bench to give us that extra little bit of creativity, because at present, we're only on course to equal the record, and I really do want to break it if I possibly can. Jamie McLaren, try and turn inside here, lay that in front of Lozano, and we are in. As soon as I say we can't find a way through, Anthony Lozano breaks into the box and makes it 2-1 Cambridge. Just over half an hour to go. McLaren has really stepped up in this second half of the season and been fantastic, and the two of them make a great partnership. Lozano and McLaren firing us to League One glory and record-setting glory as well. Gieselman into Fulman. Get around the corner to McLaren. Now Lozano wants to make that run, I know, and he did make a decent run, but I couldn't quite find him. Wiedemann's come off the bench here for a very tired Navarrete to try and make the difference, and Chavelaran has come on for a tiring Petrak as well. Gieselman will look to get that to Lozano. Somehow Alfie Mawson gets the ball away from him, but it's dropped free to Joel Mason. Now where do we go here? Chavelaran's done well to work some space there, and he's going to get it to McLaren. I could give it to Greco for his second, but McLaren is going to thump that home himself. 3-1 Cambridge United. We are surely now going to break the record points tally for a League One season. Really, really powerful strike. That's been... Well, some of McLaren's strikes are very, very accurate, but without much power into the corners. That's his 16th goal of the league this season. He's actually done a lot better than I expected him to do. And some of them he just thumps home, that being one of the examples of the latter there. 3-1 Cambridge with 24 minutes to go. Turn by Monka. That was ridiculous. Hurahan gets tackled by Gieselman but has it back at his feet. Early shot blocked well by Jake Clark-Salter. Dinked in. Gieselman will just work this away. I want to try and get it forward because then pushed a number of bodies up into the box. God, everybody misses that ball. And that means that they've not got many defenders back. In fact, it was 2v2 for a moment. And now it's Lozano racing in here. He's not got any stamina left, but neither is the defender, thankfully. And I could sweat it. I probably shouldn't have. I definitely shouldn't have. What am I even doing? Fulman into Gieselman. Go on then. Oh, left back with a good strike. That's going to drop to Lozano. Oh, and that's going to trickle well wide. Good opportunity that to try and get ourselves a fourth. 4-1 would be... Well, 3-1's a good scoreline, but 4-1 would be a little bit flattering of us, to be fair. Barnsley have had some decent chances and played some decent football, but they have been second best here overall. Was that a foul? Oh, it was, just as I was about to set Lozano in again to try and get that fourth goal. Never mind, just 2 minutes to go here before we end up crowning ourselves League One champions and lifting the trophy. I don't actually know who's captain for today. I think it might be Jake Clark-Salter. Not sure. Actually, no, I think it's Carol Metz. That's a great ball in. And Marley Watkins, who's just come off the bench, can't bury that into the back of the net. He really should have done. That was a great cross in. That seems to be one of their best ploys, is to whip the ball in from out wide like that with someone racing onto it. So they scored their first goal, or their only goal so far. McLaren with the cross. Not much on that, though. Or not enough on that. I'll try and get it under control. I can't. I was going to set it up for Chavelaran or Greco to hit from outside the box to try and score a worldie of a fourth. But there goes the final whistle. Can hear from the noise of the crowd, that is the league title assured, even though we kind of assured the league title in the first game of the episode. But never mind, we will get the... Look, everyone's going mental. Can understand it, that not only is a League One title, but, as we've mentioned a bajillion times already in this episode, a league record for a total points tally. We'll get to lift the trophy here, and that will bring this second season... Well, actually, no, it won't bring this second season to a close because tomorrow we'll have a squad report and a season roundup, as we always tend to do. What I'll do is, because there's still like the whole month of June between now and the end of the season, I'll train as much as possible up until that final week, and then all of the overalls will be as high as they possibly could be before we head into Season 3. But we will be going up into the Championship next season. Our squad is already good enough to compete at the top end of the Championship, and we're adding to it with 2 pre-contract signings in the summer. But for now, we're going to concentrate on lifting the League One trophy. Carol Metz, our captain for today at centre-back. Rock solid at the back throughout the year. Our midfielders have been very creative and solid defensively too. And our strikers, most notably Jamie McLaren and Anthony Lozano, have fired in a number of goals. I believe Lozano has the golden boot as well, but we will confirm that in tomorrow's season roundup. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on the Championship season. We'll be having a vote as well throughout the first couple of episodes of season number 3 as to whether you guys want me to simulate a couple of games per video like we have done in League 2 and League 1, or whether you want me to play every single game in the Championship on a way up, hopefully, towards the Premier League. But I'll instigate that vote in episode 1 of season 3, which is 2 days away. Tomorrow we'll have the season roundup as the final episode of season number 2 and of the League 1 year, and then we'll head into season number 3 and the Championship. But I'll leave you with that screen. Cambridge United, English Football League, League 1 champions.